Hi, I'm clinical psychologist Dr. Danny Martinez, and I'm here to share with you 5 things that you can do to help someone with anxiety. The first thing you might want to say is thank you for telling me. Imagine holding on to something that keeps you distant from others and that no one else really knows about. To share that with someone and entrust them with your feelings is a big deal. Saying thank you is a way of acknowledging the trust in your relationship and honoring the privilege to be allowed into a space that maybe no one else has. It's also a way of acknowledging the risks that someone with anxiety is willing to take, to share something personal with you that they might fear would bring judgment from others. And at a deeper level, saying thank you reminds them that what they bring to the table has value, and that you are glad they are choosing to share of themselves with you. It's important to provide physical and metaphorical space when speaking to someone with anxiety. Difficulties managing anxiety internally can lead to increased anxiety if there is too much going on externally. This is why you would want to give someone space to breathe and to reduce the amount of concerned looks pointing directly at them like spotlights. You don't have to decide for them, but asking them if they would rather move to a quieter or more private space can be a welcome option for someone who is having a hard time orienting themselves or feeling overwhelmed by their surroundings. And if you do, don't assume that they are ready to talk. Give space, including time, for someone to gather themselves and begin to figure out what they need and how you might be able to help them. Matching your body language and tone of voice to theirs can help someone feel heard and understood. For example, if they are sitting down, you don't want to be standing looming over them. Ask if you can sit near them. If their tone of voice is low, bring yours down as well. If they look sad or concerned, don't try to force them into joy with smiles and laughter. Sitting with their feelings doesn't make things worse, and there's usually no need to quickly snap out of it or turn that frown upside down. Also, don't force yourself into their line of vision. Sometimes sitting next to or near someone facing in the same direction, just like you would in a car, without making them feel like they are in anyone's spotlight, can help reduce their anxiety about sharing that space with you, and maybe even encourage them to open up. I often see family members looking for resources for their loved ones to help them manage their anxiety. I find that the most effective way of helping someone with good resources, such as cognitive behavioral therapy or medication, is to first help them find those resources if they don't know where to start, but then to leave it up to them to seek those resources out when they're ready. For most teenagers and adults, this is the most effective way of introducing them to effective interventions. When we do the legwork ourselves and then push someone into these things before even checking to see if they're ready, any positive impact tends to be short-lived. But when folks find their own motivation to seek those services out when they're ready, they tend to have the best outcomes in their treatment. This may seem a little easy, but it is so important to do. Sometimes we're not effective in helping others because we're not doing well ourselves. When we ignore our own well-being because we are so focused on someone else's well-being, we may be hurting our own ability to be ready to help when we're needed. Taking time to renew and heal yourself is an investment in your own well-being, but also in the well-being of others around you that depend on you and may need to lean on you when they need it the most.